Hello again and welcome back to another one, and today we have a couple to run through as we anticipate what Eminem's gonna come up with tomorrow. And as we dive in, as always, hit the subscribe button if you're new, turn on notifications, and find me on social media at ETLifestyle_web. So we'll start with Eminem's latest record, and at this point we report records on a weekly basis, sometimes multiple records in a week, and the latest is on Eminem's Curtain Call compilation album that has now surpassed 5 billion streams on Spotify. Overall, this makes it the most streamed album from the 2000s, although when it comes to studio albums, the Eminem Show still holds the record for most streamed from the 2000s, and that one has now surpassed 2.5 billion. So as you'd expect, news like this brings out the old dusted narrative that was flying around before they were brought down by fact. And on the report of the news on Twitter, a user states, "No one listens to Eminem, he's irrelevant." And now this has become a joke, but remember, when this was flying around initially, the people saying it were actually serious, and it's only recently that they went into hiding. And the most impressive thing about this is summarized by this user. "It's amazing that a rapper that came out in 99 to be doing what he's doing. And bear in mind that Curtain Call dropped years before streaming platforms took over. In fact, streaming came to the forefront of the industry from 2014, and Curtain Call dropped roughly 9 years before. And here's an interesting fact about Eminem's Curtain Call. According to Chartmasters, it's the last compilation album released that has surpassed 10 million sold globally. And this released in 2005, and this is most likely gonna be Eminem's next diamond album in the United States.
Sensational.
Now, I covered the news that Eminem is planning something for Monday in my last video, and it has now gone around since then, appearing on MSM outlets like Forbes and many others. And now even more people are aware that Eminem is planning something. So some fans have been trolling with the idea of merch dropping on Monday while Eminem disappoints everyone, since you know fans are expecting more from his latest album, a new video or something. But some fans have taken their boredom to new heights by choosing to doctor photos of Eminem, and now we get this. Alternate versions of Eminem popping up on social media with spicy captions.
"Yeah, they had us the first half, I'm not gonna lie. They had us. We weren't defeated, but they had us."
I did the face app thing for Eminem like everyone else and help. And one user sums up what's going on tagging Eminem. "See what happens when the stands get bored? Entertain us." But what can I say? Better to have over-the-top fans than have no fans at all, especially at this time of the year, pun intended. And before we move on to the next topic at hand, I created a poll the other day that has now gotten over 9,000 votes, where I requested that fans tell what continent they tune in from, and these are the results. Unfortunately, I had to group the Americas together since I could only include 5 options, so shout out to you guys for participating. And as you can see, we are everywhere across the continent, with over a third from Africa and Asia. Next up today is about 50 Cent, and today marks 18 years after 50 signed with Shady and Dr. Dre. And the user sums this up perfectly since 50 came out the gate with an instant classic. The user states, "A monumental day in hip-hop, 50 came out the gate spitting fire. It went on to dominate the game, the business, and the rapper. Get Rich or Die Trying was an instant classic with M and Dre mentoring, the best three-man squad since Pac, Snoop and Dre. And I know a lot of people argue about who the best trio are in hip-hop, but one thing I can say for a fact is that when it comes to Dre, Eminem and 50, from a commercial point of view, this was global domination, and not just North America like we've seen with some more recent power trios. Dre's 2001 was still moving thousands of units per week, Eminem was doing his thing the usual, and 50 dropped his instant classic, and in Europe, in countries like the United Kingdom, that was all she wrote when it comes to 3 guys killing it. But sadly, most of the younger fans today miss this global domination. And one of the funniest replies under the post is this one. A user states, "Eminem bad," and gets this reply, "Eminem is evil, Royce is bad." So as we ended, how many great albums do you think 50 dropped in his career so far? Tell us below and share your thoughts on the other topics below. Like and subscribe if you haven't, and see you on the next one.